Well, hello, friends and family. Welcome to Jim's In-Town Gardening and Bella's Legacy Rabbitry. So, first of all, I want to apologize for not having videos out. It's been busy, a lot going on, mostly with the ministry, but it's all good. Today's kind of a cloudy day. I'm not turning compost piles yet. But I thought I'd take the time. I want to do two things today. First of all, I want to share some of the things that those that have rabbits you might want to think about. We're getting into the heat. Or soon, here in Maine, we'll be getting into some warm days. And there's some things that you need to prepare for. Number one, have a place that you can keep your rabbits semi-cooler. Because when you get above 70 degrees, the rabbits aren't going to be comfortable. They really should be between 60 and 70. And there's some things that you can do to prevent problems with heat. Fans work well. Taking coffee can containers, and that's what I do often, is I'll take the coffee can, the plastic ones, I'll fill them about 3/4 full with water, put them in the freezer. So when you get those hot days, you can put them in the cage, and a lot of times they'll curl right up to them. Soda bottles work well. Fans, in this barn I do have the air conditioning unit, so for the most part I can keep them pretty cool. But the other thing, we're in the fly season. I've got a few flies flying around here. Now I want you to listen carefully, because during fly season, when you've got manures, normally these trays are cleaned a lot. So many reasons why I do that. Number one is I do take out the dry manure, stuff that's not mixed with hay. I dry it out and I bag it and I sell it. But the other thing is, where I clean them out often, I'm keeping an eye on, are they urinating about the same as what they have been, or pooping? And why I bring this up, I had a young man, I've sold him quite a few rabbits to get him started. This is a young boy. And he called me one day last week. And he had a doe that I had sold him. Beautiful New Zealand white doe. It would have been one of Sugar's babies. He had bought two. Well, this one, she was due 2 days prior to him calling me. But she hadn't ate. She hadn't drank for 2 or 3 days. And I said, that not drinking for 2 or 3 days, that's not a good sign at all. So I said, do you know if she's peeing or pooping? He says, well, there's some poop, but not a whole lot. Well, he doesn't have trays under his. His go right onto the ground. Well, I got there, and this girl was going through a heavy, heavy, heavy shed. And I know from experience with Melania, when Melania sheds, oftentimes she'll get plugged up. It's why I keep hay in front of her all the time. Anyway, she had gone off drinking. I had noticed that morning when I came out, there was no poop in the tray, or very few. So what I do in a case like that is, number one, I get the Pedialyte into her. I get the natural, the unflavored Pedialyte, and I syringe feed them. And then if they'll get so that they're taking that, if I notice that they're drinking at all, I dump all the water out, and that's what they get, is the Pedialyte. But the other thing is I use mixed vegetables, baby food, the little jars. And again, I syringe feed that, because there's nutrients and stuff in that I can get into them if they haven't been eating. Anyways, he lost that doe sometime over the night, and I feel bad for him. But it's why, and I explained this to him, with rabbits, you've got a symptom like that, you don't want to hold off, especially if they're not eating and drinking. You've got to get the fluids into them. So if you can syringe feed them, And often with her, I mean, she was one of my most unfriendliest rabbits. And when I got that syringe, the nipple of that syringe near her mouth, she grabbed a hold of it, gave her a little squirt, and she took right to it. So I've got, there's two things I'm going to do. The few rabbit updates, and there's a couple other things that I want to bring up, but show you some of the rabbits that we have for sale. Now, this is one of Mandy's does. I've got this one left, and I've got a beautiful gray boy. Actually, when the sun shines, you can really see the lavender in him. Anyways, they were born February 3rd. February 3rd. This will be from Mandy, who's my Lavender Rex Doe. She was bred to Adrian, who is my chocolate Rex buck. And you know, this is something that I've been shooting for, is the black otters, and this is a perfect example of what I wanted. You can see, I mean, she's been sitting here. She's just as perfect as can be. You know, she would make a good breeder. She'd also be a fantastic pet. Both her and her brother, which is what I've got left, have been just friendly. They take after Mandy. Mandy, you know, I can put grain there. I can put hay in there. She just wants pets. She just loves to be made of. So, anyways, this is one that's for sale. Pretty baby girl. Yeah, she is. So, if you give me just a minute, I'm going to grab her brother. And I think what I'm going to do, this video may be a little lengthy, but I'm going to show you all the ones that I have for sale. And then, like I said, I apologize for not getting videos. It's been busy with the ministry. I do a devotion each morning. Right after that, I've been helping kind of in a room with another brother who's been doing prayers, and I know quite a bit. They were hour-long videos. So that cut a lot of time, and I'm not complaining, that cut a lot of time into the morning, where normally that's when I'd start some projects. And so I want to get back to doing rabbit updates on Monday, rabbits for sale on Tuesday. I'm going to be getting into the garden hopefully really soon. I've got some stuff in the greenhouse. We've got a 6x8 greenhouse that I brought some of the flower plants out in, and a little concerned tonight. We're supposed to be down to 34 tonight. We get to 50. I've got it completely closed up. I'll leave it closed up tonight, and hopefully that will get me by. And then I think we start warming up. So, all right, sweetie, I'm going to go grab your brother. Yeah, I'm going to grab your brother. So, give me just a few minutes. I'll be right with you. Well, welcome back, friends. So, now I've got her brother. Like I said, the color of him is just gorgeous. And when the sun is really shining, you can see the lavender in there. Just a pretty boy. Taking pictures, too, and he got a little antsy. He's a good boy. So again, these were born February 3rd. Would be from Mandy. Mandy's the mom. She's a Lavender Rex Doe. Adrian's the chocolate Rex. I think they're going to be good size. Mom's big. Mom is a big rabbit. I don't remember what her weight is, but she's a big Rex. Adrian is standard size. But I think these would make good pets, both of them. But also, you know, if you're looking to introduce a new line, if you're raising Rexes, I think they'd be a good choice. So, hi. So, I was going to say, I've got another younger litter But those are all spoken for. Those are all Rexes. Go back to the UK, Tony. Good boy. Good boy. Yes, you are. You good boy. Let's see. Next, I'm going to bring one of Shiloh's boys. That's the one that took the Rex. He's a black boy. Many of you have probably seen him before. There's been several people interested, but nobody has even come to look at him. And again, I know I've been saying this, and I know that I've kind of said, okay, I'll hold him. I can't hold no more. You know, if you call on a Monday or Tuesday and you can't make it till Wednesday or the weekend, because I know a lot of people work, and I get that. But after that, you know, it's going to be first come, first serve. I just can't keep holding these rabbits. You know, I know people have good intentions, and I understand things come up, but with so many times, people won't even call me. They won't even text me to say, hey, I can't make it. They ignore me, and I just can't do this anymore. So, hate to be hard about it, but, you know, there's times when you're doing a business, you've got to treat it like a business. So let me get that little boy, and I'll be right with you. Hello again. So here is one that I thought was going to be sold so many times. He's just a beautiful boy. He's calm. Now, I haven't held him, I'm going to say, for a good month. He was always one of the special ones out of that litter. This will be from Shiloh. Shiloh is a New Zealand white Rex cross. The dad actually was a New Zealand Rex cross. The dad was a chinchilla looking one. Beautiful colors. Actually, for those that remember Mickey, he would have looked just like Mickey, except he didn't have so much brown. Anyways, there were two that took the Rex. There was this one. There was an Opal Doe. The Opal Doe was sold this winter right around Christmas time. She was gorgeous, 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 rather. Let's see, they were born August 15th of last year. For those that remember the bottle-fed babies, this would have been one of them. There were 9 of them. All sweet babies. And I think that hands-on, it's just amazing. From 2 weeks on, we bottle-fed them, and to have them flipped over on their backs, you know, so they were belly up, to watch that, and then their legs just go. It was so much fun. But it was time-consuming. You take 9 babies, doing that twice a day. Yeah. But, you know, it made for really calm rabbits. So, beautiful boy. Now, I also have, for anybody that's looking for, and again, they'd be good pets, I've got 2 white ones, same litter, bigger than him. They took more of the New Zealand. I've got those available, and I've got one huge black boy. Actually, you know what? I'll take him out. I haven't done anything with him for a while, and his nails probably need to be trimmed, so good chance to do that at the same time. So I'll show you the black one. So give me just a few minutes. So welcome back, friends. So this is one of the brothers to the one I just showed you, the one that looked more like the Rex. This is the one that we called Harry. Even as a baby, he was the biggest of the black ones. There was 3 black ones in that litter. He was the big one. He was the one, once he ate, he was ready to go back in that nest box, curl up, and go to sleep. Many of the other ones weren't quite that way. In fact, Chester, any of you that might remember Chester, the chestnut one, that was the comical one. And the Opal one. The Opal one, that one wanted its milk just right. And if it cooled off any, she would close her mouth just as tight as could be. So I'd put her in with her brothers and sisters, and then I'd feed her at the end. And it was quite an experience with them. Learned a lot through that. But anyways, he's a big boy. He's a heavy boy. So if somebody was looking for a breeder, and you didn't mind having a cross, that would be a good choice. As a pet, he'd make a good pet. So, and then I've got two of his sisters, and again, those have been spoken for a couple times, and I don't know what's happening with people. That one was down about 2 hours south of us, and I had offered to meet them halfway. Actually, we would have gone all the way down to Waterville, and because oftentimes if we go down that way, it's, if I've got a VA appointment or we've met different ones, and oftentimes we'll make a Martin's run. Should have bought it when I saw it at Martin's. So quite often Leanna and I join. We like doing that. So give me just a few minutes and I'll show you the two girls. Okay, welcome back. So here's one of the does. I've got two does left. This one was a black one. I'm trying to think what we called this one. There was a name for him. I know the other one was Harry. There were three boys that were three black ones. Harry, the one that looked like the Rex, and this one had a name and I can't remember. Don't remember. Anyway, she's a pretty girl. She's smaller than the boy, smaller than her brother, but again, good pet. Even a breeder. These are born August 15th. I don't know, somebody do the math. 9 months. It'll be coming close. Coming close.
8 months.
Yeah, it should be 8 months. So
She is 8 months. She'll be 9.
I'd really wait another month as far as breeding for her. I recommend not breeding until 9 months. I know some will do 6. I know some will do 8. To me, I want them fully developed. But anyways, you can see, calm. She's a calm girl. This is the way I like to have the rabbits. I want to be able to work with them. When it comes time to trim their nails or even take them out to, when you're breeding. I don't want to fight with them. Don't want to fight with them. I want them to be just as calm as I can, because usually what happens when I take a rabbit out to breed, I do kind of an overall look on them. And I want them calm during that time. Usually I've already taken the boy out, checked him over. Usually there's a weight taken, put him back in his cage, and then I take the girl. And like I said, I do an overall check. And then I put the girl in with the boy, let them do their thing. Girl comes out, I weigh her, and usually I'll spend, 5-6 minutes brushing them before I put them back into the cage, only because I don't want them peeing and washing what I want getting fertilized. That makes any sense? Trying to keep it G. So anyway, let me grab her sister, and I'll be right with you. Okay, welcome back. This will probably be the last one that I showed today. So this is the sister. A little bit smaller than the black one. Keep in mind these guys were bottle fed, so they didn't get quite the size. And I don't know why, because I was giving them just as much milk as Leanne shaking her head. And I want to thank Leanna for doing the videoing today. I wanted pictures to put on Uncle Henry's and Craigslist. But they ate. I mean, they ate. So anyway, she's a pretty girl. I love her head. She has got the prettiest head. But again, pet, and because I have bred a New Zealand doe to a Rex, and I've done vice versa, I know that you can get good-sized bunnies. For even those that might be raising for meat, you can get good-sized rabbits. Don't go by the size of the doe. You choose a buck that will work well. Like if Buster wasn't related to this one, and I know because of Layla, that litter that produced Shiloh was Buster. But I know if I had bred those two together, I'd get good-sized bunnies. Buster throws nice-sized rabbits. If I still had Rex, that would have been a good combination. Actually, I'm anxious to try Rusty. Rusty is, let's see, Baby and Rex. So that's, other than Fawn, which is my fawn-colored New Zealand, Rusty is the only thing that I've got left from Rex. So I'm anxious to use him. I may even do Sugar next time with the red. She's bred New Zealand white right now, but I might do her the red the next time. Just to keep that fawn color, because I love that fawn color. And I know there's ones who will buy if I have fawns. I have got one. Actually, there is a baby up there that's fawn colored. So, I hope this video might have encouraged somebody. If you're not interested in buying a rabbit for a pet or for a breeder, you got to see some cute bunnies. Hopefully some of the things that I shared at the beginning, as far as making sure that you have a way of keeping your bunnies cooler as we get into summer. A shade. For outside rabbits, keep them in a shade. Many of my grow outs, I'll put in decent sized cages. I'll have roofing panels over the top of the cage, and then I've got this felt material that, I can block some of that sun from, but it still allows the air to flow through, and that's worked well. There are times that I do have to put them into a shady area. And there was a couple times last year when we got up into the 90s that I had a couple extra cages open. I put them in there, and then the rest were in their cages, but in the middle of the floor, just to keep them in the AC, because heat can be a killer, and I don't like to lose rabbits. Fly season is starting. Like I said, I see a few flies here. So I'll be having fly strips that I put in. I see a hornet up there. There's a hornet up in the top there. Fly season's coming, so you want to, fly strips. Keep your cages as clean as you can during this time of year, because that's where the animals are going to go. If you notice, and I don't care if you've got rabbits, sheep, goats, cows, especially if they get into the diarrhea. That's where we lost very first rabbit that we lost. And it's where this Rabbitry got its name from, Bella. Bella was one I bought. She was going to be my foundation for the New Zealand. Just a perfect looking rabbit. And she had diarrhea. This was probably 3 days after I got her. My neighbor was over. We were looking at her. I had her on my lap, and when I went to put her back in her cage, I was like, ooh. Wow. Visited with him a little bit, went on to do something else, brought her in. I wanted to clean her up, and she had already got maggots. So that was a very, very costly lesson that we learned. We lost her. The vet bill was awful. And I brought home a dead rabbit. And I found out that 3 hours after that fly lays those eggs, you've got the maggots. And those maggots they'll eat the flesh, they'll get into the muscle, they'll go into the bone. And that's what happened with her. Just made us sick. It wasn't so much the bill, but I mean, this is a rabbit that I had high hopes for. She was the foundation stock. Just beautiful, beautiful shaped rabbit. She was a sweet rabbit. So anyways, I passed that on because, like I said, we're in the fly season. And the other thing, keep an eye on your rabbits. If you've got a doe, a buck that isn't eating, isn't drinking, you get to know your rabbits. When I come in here and you see me, I do my sunflower seeds first. And that's what I'm doing. I'm looking, number one, just, what is that doe? What is that buck? What are my babies doing? I'm looking at my water bottles because I know pretty much what they drink from nighttime to morning when I come out here. I don't usually look at the food too much, although sometimes I do drop in the sunflowers. But right after, I come back and I go right through with the grain. And, keep an eye on, if you're using the trays, keep an eye on what you've got for manure and pee in there. So, when you find that you've got something that isn't right, take care of it right off, because rabbits aren't going to last long, especially if they're not drinking. Like I said, I feel bad for that kid to lose a beautiful doe like he had. But he's learning, and hopefully he learned from that. Anyways, friends, I didn't want to drop that on a negative note, but love you all. Thank you so much for all your support. I'm going to try to get diligent on putting videos on. I know I've lost some subscribers. I blame part of it from the not being active, not spending a lot of time watching other videos. And I know that there's ones who aren't all about the devotions I put on. I get that, but you know what? God comes first in my life. So we love you all. God bless you.